It is early, y'all. Way earlier than I normally talk to you. So I may sound a little more groggy than normal, but it's going to be a fun day today. Wanted to get the day started off right. I got a package in last night. It's a brand called Piscifun. And I actually got a package from them last night. I got one reel. They have some line. I got one little spool of line to try. But this is just going to be a test deal for me. This one that I got to try out right here, this is the Piscifun Phantom. Just like I said, just got this package in last night when I got home. But this thing right here is insanely light. It's like 5.7 ounces, I think. So super light reel. So a product that I'm excited to check out. It literally, like I said, came in last night, so it's brand new. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. They throw in a reel cover for you. How about that? But yeah, here's the reel coming straight out of the box. First time I've seen it. This is the first time I've laid eyes on it, so I thought it'd be kind of neat to kind of show you guys my initial reaction to, oh God, it's so stinking light, man. This thing is so light. So pretty good looking reel. I think it's sharp. It'll obviously go really well with the color on my Limit rods. Matches perfectly with the old black and green. I can't get over how light it is, man. This is by far the lightest reel that I own. And I'm sure it's by far the lightest one that you'll find under $75 anywhere in the world. So, Piscifun reels, I'll let you guys know how it does over the next couple weeks. You know, run all these guide trips, we'll really put it to the test. I'm gonna try it out today, fish with it some today. But you guys check out the links below. I'm fixing to find out for myself today. Well, here we are on the water. Today's guest, Mr. Ruger Long. How you doing, buddy? You excited to be here?
Yes, sir.
Ruger Long has one of the best big fish stories, tournament winning stories of all time. You guys are going to get to hear that if you follow the channel. Right now, we're fixing to get out. We're on a little small East Texas lake. Undisclosed location and name. Winds are supposed to get up pretty high, so foreplay is going to be hard to film on. So we decided to come over here to a small lake pretty close by. And we're going to get after some bass here, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
You going to catch them all today?
Try.
We got Mr. Scooter Long. That's Ruger's daddy right there. Say hi to the people out there.
How you doing?
There you go. So we got 3 in the boat. We may not get all the action on one camera, but we're going to get as much as we can. We're going to have a good time, guaranteed. Right, buddy?
Try.
You ready to get after them?
Yes, sir.
Let's go get them. So we're over here talking. We fished the first spot, and it did not work out. Mr. Scooter had one hookup, but he got broke off on in the grass. He got buried up in some hydrilla.
Yeah, he was about 10 pounds, 10 5.
At least. Yeah, every bit.
Oh, yeah. I seen him. Y'all didn't see him. I'm telling you. That's what broke my line.
So now we're going to get a little side bet going between the 3 of us. What are we going to do? What do you think, Ruger?
I'll say the biggest fish.
The biggest
Just
fish?
biggest? That's the only thing we're going for, just biggest fish.
Biggest fish at the end of the day.
Biggest?
Poundage.
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 How else do you measure them?
No, just
How else would you measure it other than poundage? You gonna weigh it in kilograms or something?
Oh, just pounds.
Just
Pounds.
pounds.
Pounds and ounces.
We're going big fish by pounds, not kilograms, folks at home. We're not gonna do kilograms today. We're gonna do pounds.
Maybe.
What's the stakes here?
Yeah, what's the bet?
Like, I don't know, $5.
You
$5 doll hairs?
$5 or 10.
$5 doll hairs. There you go.
Huh.
We got a $5 a head bet.
Huh?
It's got a bunch of twists in it.
I had a feeling for that little needleworm. First cast with a needleworm.
First cast?
With a needleworm, yeah.
A needleworm bass.
Come on now, quit it shaking.
That's a monster.
Yeah, it's gonna win this.
So far it's in first place, ain't it, Ruger?
Yeah.
So far it's a money fish.
It's a muddy fish right there. Show him to the camera there. There you go.
Boom!
Boom.
Boom! Shakalaka.
That fish worth some money right there, ain't it? So far.
I don't know, 8 ounces or something.
Yeah, don't worry. If that wins, we'll just call it a day. I won't argue with you if mine's close.
What's this?
Oh, just don't worry about that little sucker.
Did he really?
Yes.
You hear that smack?
Oh, I heard it.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Yeah, I'll get it.
Uh-oh, he's finna try to... Don't be doing that quick.
Yeah. Come on now. Get him. I get him.
He sure did.
That don't count! That don't count! That don't count!
Not much. Hey, look, when you learn how to film with people, you got to step out of the way of the camera when they get a fish on.
Oh.
There you go, folks at home, right there.
He hit it like he was.
Look how he took his foul hook.
Oh, is that against the rules, Ruger?
Yes, it is.
Is that against the rules?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
I don't know, but I think I'm still winning. I know that.
That ain't no money fish for sure. Bring him in.
Big one.
Watch your stump.
Big one. Get that net.
Oh, we don't need a net for that. Bring him in. Keep some slack, Ruger. There you go.
Show him to the folks at home, Ruger.
There's another one.
That's put you in the lead right there, boy.
Yeah, it sure did.
That's a good one, Bubba. He'll bite you if you don't let him go. All right, you done caught you good on that swim bait. Now guess what I'm gonna do?
Get swim bait.
I'm gonna tie that same swim bait on. I'm gonna show you how to really fish. Huh? What about that? You don't think so?
I don't really like it.
You don't like that idea?
Feels like a big net. Oh, man. Don't tell him, Ruger.
That don't count.
See? You should have.
Oh, boy, Ruger.
Look at this big old hole.
You pulled on him hard, boy. Put the double Watusi on that thing right there. Scratch him behind his ears and come back and see you when they get bigger. Yeah, right here. Right there, scratch him right there. They like that, right? Yeah, that's it. Well, I'll tell you what, he gonna come back and see you.
There he is.
Attaboy, Ruger. Good job, buddy.
Oh.
Folks, he didn't learn how to fish from his dad. If y'all heard that right there. That old boy's pretty good for an 11-year-old. In case y'all hadn't noticed. Guys, I got my new best buddy in the whole wide world right here. Old Ruger Lawler. The not quite man, somewhat of a myth, and definitely a legend. This boy won second place?
Second.
Took second place in one of the biggest bass tournaments. Maybe, I think it is the biggest bass tournament in the entire world. So I'm going to bring his dad up here and I'm going to get behind the camera and interview him. We're going to get the details on how Mr. 11-year-old Ruger right here got second place in the biggest tournament in the world, I think. I think it's the biggest guy that y'all see right there. That's Mr. Scooter Long. That's Ruger's daddy. And he was in the boat with him. They fished that tournament together. It was the Sealy Outdoors tournament on Lake Fork this year in 2017. And I'll just kind of let you guys take it from here. Y'all just talk to each other about the story and tell us exactly how it happened, when it happened, and all that.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. You know, and I owed off this kid right here. I'm sorry, I get sentimental when I talk about it a little bit. Cause I mean, it's just, you know, because I'm so proud of him.
It's a big deal.
It is. Well, the first thing is we have a flat bottom boat we started out with, and you know, and boy loves to fish, and you know, people go through phases of games, and you know, and I don't care if you jump roping or whatever else, but the fish has never died in this boy ever. And anyway, all he wanted for his birthday was go to Lake Fork, and so we was riding some dirt bike stuff, and anyway, he sold his dirt bike, was going to upgrade, and we was at church one day, and he says, "Daddy, you think I can just buy us a nice bass boat, you know, for that?" And I said, "Well, I don't know if $800 will get you there, but you know what, I'll sell mine, and we'll just get us something, because you know, aluminum it'll beat you up pretty good, and we fish out of it and stuff." So anyway, we went and I went and borrowed money, and we found us a boat, and the short of the story is, when he won that boat, my boat was 3 weeks old. I didn't even put it my name yet when he wins this one here. So, but again, like I say, all he wanted to do was go to Lake Fork for his birthday, and I said, I'm going to grant that wish for him. And So we was gathering up and getting things ready, and we come over here to Lake Fork one time before, and just, you know, farted around a little bit, and we seen that Silly Outdoors was coming up, and I said, you know, why not? That's an hourly bass tournament. Let's do it. And he's wanting to, you know, fish that, and so I know I go up there Thursday night and get everything pre-registered, and I'm telling this lady, she said, well, how old is Ruger? You know, I said, well, he's 11-year-old, and he goes, well, you know that's only $10 a day, and I said, no, he wants in the adult tournament. She goes, you know, you're finna spend $275 on this kid, and I said, yeah. I said, he put in $100 of it himself. He really wants, you know, to compete against the guys and all, and I said, that's what he wants, that's what we're gonna do. So anyway, we're fishing, and I got to give it to him a little bit because you know, most kids, to me, this is my opinion, I'm not speaking for everybody, would give up a lot, but he stuck in there. I mean, it was 3 days of fishing all day, getting up at 4 in the morning, trying to get to the boat ramps, and it made it tough. I mean, it looked like Christmas in the park out there when you go out there and there's 2,800 people in this tournament, or 26 or 2,800 people. I mean, boats everywhere. Everybody's sitting at their starting points, and so anyway, we found some boat docks here and there, and I weighed in a few fish, and Ruger, you know, didn't catch a few fish here and there, missed a few, was having a hard time, but he never gave up. That's what I was real proud of him. But on day 3, it was exactly 1:35, and this tournament ends at 2. And I heard that people they draw you just for having just for being in the tournament. They draw your name for a boat, period. You know. So and if you're not there, they call you on the phone in front of everybody and says, hey, I drew your name, and but you're not here. You got to be there to win. You know. And that's over. I said, I'm not getting that phone call. It's not going to happen. You know. So anyway, it's 1:35, and he just got hung up. So I'm getting him unhung. And I said, Ruger, we got to go, because I knew it took me 20 minutes to get from that big canyon all the way over there. From the boat, from where we was, and so anyway, he goes, all right, Dad, just one more cast, and anyway, he threw that one cast, and he says, oh, I can let you tell a story right there. Go ahead, tell him about that last cast.
Okay, so I casted it out there. I casted it once before in that same spot, and when I did that, it was all clear, but I didn't get a bite. I threw it back straight between those 2 logs, and tree sticking up, and well, I felt this tug, and I was like, man, I done hung this lure up, and I was like, well, we're gonna have to break this one off again, because I lost the spinner bait that I was throwing before. And then so I knew that there was not supposed to be a stunt there because I threw there before. So as soon as I thought about that, I saw that flash of white, and I set that hook, and as soon as I set it, I knew it was a big old fish. So I yelled, get the net, get the net. He's over there scattering. He threw that spinnerbait up in the air, and it was kind of funny.
When he said fish, you know, I kind of went like that, you know. I was get that net, that thing come down, hit me right, and I thought I got stung by something, you know, because it hit me right back in the neck. And anyway, I was trying to get that fish in there, and I have one of them folding nets, you know, that it folds out and then does like, anyway, that fish was huge, and I was trying to get in the net, wouldn't go, and it come out of that net, and Ruger's over there on the side of the boat like this, and it goes under the boat, and that fish
halfway in the water.
Yeah, and the fish is on the other side of the boat, and I'm sick at this point, because all I wanted him to do is be able to weigh a fish and walk through the stage. We wasn't, you know, wanting in the money and all that. We just wanted the experience. That's all he wanted. So anyway, after he jumps out of the net there, and I don't know if I pick him up and take him over the console, he gets around, he gets hung up in that prop, and that rod's going ding, 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 ding inside that prop. I was like, oh man, by that time I just want to throw up. Anyway, he comes back around, and we get him in that net and put him up there, you know, and I'm like, wow, you know, because I knew it was going to be a good fish, you know. So I told Ruger, I said, everything you got, I said, just put it in a compartment, whatever. We got to hit the road now, because it's 20 minutes till, and I know we got to get there pretty quick. So anyway, we're getting out there, and by the time we got in that boat lane, we pinned the ears back on that boat, and we're running along pretty hard. And about that time, that speedometer come loose from under that dash, and it's just squirting everywhere, and it hit me in the face, and I never shut it down. Ruger's like, hey, what's going on? I said, leave it alone. And I'm trying to get my foot, and I finally got that foot on that hose, and it was squirting me right here. And I was just soaked right here. And the guy said, was you excited or was it rough? I said, both, you know, because anyway, and then when we got up towards that fork, Lake Fork Marina, I mean, the boats looked like downtown Dallas traffic merging in there, and I was like, golly, we're not going to make it. We are not going to make it. My gut was telling us there's no way. So I just kept driving past, and as soon as I looked down, I looked to the left, and it just looked like a lane, like it was meant to be. And I said, you know, I'm just gonna speed through there. People were idling through there. I said, I gotta go. I won't shake them up as bad as if I go through there. So I sped through there, and then as I was going, it's just like they had a big wide lane, and we get up there, and there's no boat space whatsoever. There's people hitching rides, and you know, because it's crowded. I mean, so I see this big willow tree here, and I'm thinking, Rug, you know what? I'm just fixing to grab that fish. I'm gonna jump in somebody's boat. We're just gonna let my boat go, because we got to get to that bank like right now. I said, we got to do something. We'll understand. I'll come swim and get that boat, something. I want you to weigh that fish in. But anyway, I seen a big old willow tree, and I threw that anchor in there, and I sucked up stuff in there close to it, and we started to pull that fish out. This lady's like, whoa, who's that? And I said, it's his, and had a big hole in the bag, and she grabbed that, and people parted them limbs, and we stepped out on that tree and got over there. And then as soon as we got up there, the crowd was so huge, you know, waiting, because it was talking. Bob was up there talking and everything. I said, oh no, this ain't gonna happen. I said, excuse me, whatever. And finally some man's like, there's a folding fish, y'all get out of the way. And he started parting stuff, you know, and we got up in there, and as soon as we got to that fish in, it was less than 2 minutes left in the entire tournament. You know, and so a 10.52, which was good for Ruger. It was pretty awesome. I was calling my wife, and I said, hey, I think he's sitting in second, you know, and they were saying he might be eligible for a boat, you know, and she said, well, call me when you get home, you know, on the way, so I know you'll announce. Like, I don't think she believes what I just told her, you know, and you know how Facebook is on live. And she said, what's going on? I said, I tried to tell you, I'm telling you second place, you know, and I didn't know the truck and the boat, you know, I knew there was a truck and the boat first. I didn't know it was one in second, but
they had a radio over there, and they had it live on Facebook also.
Yeah, and that's where she heard the live feed with Ruger on it, you know, so. But, you know, like I say, I got to give it to him a little bit. I want to say he had a good guide, you know, sometimes. But, I mean, we was the right place, right time. We caught a few fish here and there, but you never know. But my biggest deal about him is he never gave up. And just like that last cast of the days, today, just one more cast before we go while you're putting things up, you know. And that's what done it right there. It was a last-minute effort, and it just worked out, you know. So, real proud of him on that deal. But needless to say, got a new boat out of the deal and a new truck. So awesome. So now we got a boat for sale, so we can pay taxes on it. Anyway, and we want to thank Mr. Parker, Ronnie Parker.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I know now the bait you caught it on. Did you get that from Ronnie Parker?
Did.
Yes.
So you guys stopped at the Lake Fork Trophy Lure store before the tournament.
We did.
Tell us about that interaction.
We did, and it was one time right before we went to this tournament, and Ruger knew about these lures that he was trying to find. I think it had a paddle tail on it or something like that. And we went to Bass Pros, went to Cabela's and all this, and we just couldn't find what he was looking for. He even stopped at Walmart, and he said, no, I've got to have this so-and-so. Anyway, we're coming in Emory. He goes, that's them right there. That's the Lake Fork. You know, he sees the sign and everything. And I thought something happened. It scared me, you know. And so we pull in there, and Mr. Parker was just about to leave. And he's like, no, come in here. And Ruger was going up and down. Dad, this is so-and-so, and this is so-and-so. And Mr. Parker with Lake Fork Trophy Lures looked at me. He says, man, your son knows his baits, don't he? I said, I guess so. He's up and down that aisles. And he was picking stuff out. And I said, like, easy. He goes, Mr. Parker, let him go. He said, your daddy buy it for you. I was like, oh man, it's finna hurt, you know. So, but anyway, I can't thank him enough. He gave us a little tour back in the back, and we caught that on a chatterbait, an orange chatterbait with a swim bait that he had rigged up for us, and with the skirt and stuff. And
yeah, Ronnie Parker's got some chatterbaits that he sets up there and sells off his counter. He takes those chatterbaits and he rigs them up with live magic shads, sells them with the trailer on them, everything ready to go. And that's the bait you caught your money winning fish on, right? 10.52.
Yeah,
wow.
and all the fish the whole weekend, and I wanted Mr. Parker to know this, that, and I can't thank him enough, because you know he cut Ruger some slack for a little sponsorship and stuff, and anyway, every fish that we caught except for one fish, there was one fish caught on a spinnerbait, and we threw lots and lots of stuff, but every fish we caught besides one was caught on Lake Fork tackle. Lake Fork Trophy tackle. So
it's a proven winner out there. It's a proven winner everywhere across the country over the years. And your interaction with Ronnie, I know there's a lot of people watching this right now that are going, yep, I've been there, you know. Yeah. Because that's just how he treats everybody. He just treats everybody like their family, and he's been very good to me as well. So, Scooter, we appreciate you telling us all that story and everything, man. That's incredible.
Yeah, we appreciate you, you know, asking us to come along and
good time.
You know, figure out some fish here and there, and it's always
man, that's an awesome story. Appreciate Scooter coming along with us to tell us that, and Ruger, we appreciate you coming hang out with me for a day, buddy.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
It was a lot of fun.
Old Ruger kicked both me and his dad's butt today. We had a good time. We caught a few fish. He won a little money off of us. Had a side bet. Not a bad day, right?
Yep.
Now that fish, from what I understand, give a little shout out to Mr. Bob Seeley. He did you a solid there. What's he doing for you on that fish?
Since it was my personal best bass, and since I got second place in my first tournament, he was gonna do me a big favor and mount that fish. And I mean, fish mounts for bass is like $400, you know.
At least, probably.
Yeah, at least. And,
So he's going to do you a replica mount of that fish on his dime for free.
Yep.
That's outstanding. We want to thank you, Bob Seeley. Bob Seeley, it's the Seeley Outdoors Tournament. Bob Seeley is the Seeley in that. So he's the man that owns that tournament, and runs it, and operates it, and stand-up guy, and always done an awesome event, put on an awesome event out there for years. And that's just incredible of him to do that for a young man like this. We're real proud of you, buddy. I want you to know that, all of us, me included. You know, when Ronnie told me about it and told me the story and kind of how it happened, you know, I heard that a kid had won second place and won all those prizes, and I thought that was really neat and excited for the kid. And I talked to Ronnie, and Ronnie said, yeah, they were up here, man. They caught that on our man. He told me the whole deal, and that's when I called you Dad. I said, I got to talk to these boys. We got to get them out and hang out with them for a day. So we appreciate you coming on.
It was fun.
Yeah, you had a good time today?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, man, just keep after them bass for us, okay?
I will.
All right, buddy. I think we got to get you up here to the ramp so you can collect some money, don't we?
Yep. Y'all
All right.
both owe me $5.
Let's do it, brother. He said, pay up. You can take your jacket off now there.
Yeah.
Big fella. Big winner.
Pay up.
The
I'm
big
paying
wiener,
up.
the big
Paying
wiener
up.
right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, and $5. There you go.
I wouldn't give him a penny more if I was
No,
you.
I ain't. That's all you getting.
Well, hey, Scooter, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you for coming out today.
Thank you for inviting us. I appreciate it very much.
Big dog, big Rug. Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We had a good time filming it. Wasn't our normal deal. Wasn't all about fishing. It's about a little bit more. And that's okay, because that's kind of part of what we do here too. Where we're all about helping each other catch more fish and loving our fellow man, because that's what we do. Right?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, hey, we appreciate you watching, like I said, and we'll see you guys next time right here on your Lake Fork Guide.